What's going on, guys? Charles Weinraub AKA the Handsome Homebuyer. I'm one of the #1 fix and flip investor turned commercial developer, going to be private equity fund owner. If you haven't joined our text platform, please text the number. Tons of one-on-one engagement in there. I'm going back and forth with people every single day, dropping whatever knowledge I have on anything anybody wants to learn. So on that front, I actually picked out 6 hot topic questions that I polled from the group, and we're gonna talk about them right now. The first one is, how do I stop being overbid by $30,000 to $50,000 on every property that hits the market? Plain and simple. You stop bidding on properties that are on the market. I have personally not bought a property that was listed on the MLS in over 4 years. Now, that's not to say that there aren't deals to be had on the MLS in certain cases. There are, yes, but if you're looking to do volume, you need to build relationships with people that have off-market properties like wholesalers, attorneys, accountants, other investors, etc. The list goes on and on and on. You also have to be doing marketing. You know, what kind of marketing are you doing? Are you out there? And you can't just be doing one thing or 2 things. You can't just do it 1 time or 2 times. You have to do them consistently well all the time. So if you want to stop getting outbid, stop bidding on properties that are on the market and start locating ones off market. Second question we received, how do the townships work? People are very, very, very confused about the permit process and how the townships work. We actually put out a recent video on the permit process and how it's involved on my YouTube channel. Definitely check it out. But long story short, it's a shit show. It is an absolute shit show. What you have to do is get a good architect expedited team like Captain Permit, and more importantly than that, you have to start the process early. From the moment that house is under contract, you have to start researching, pulling the title, getting a foil, getting permits going, even if you haven't bought it yet, because really, there's no such thing as expediting, pushing stuff through. In a lot of these townships, it takes months. So the best thing to do is you go under contract, you're gonna close in 60 days, 45 days, whatever it is, get everything moving, get the permits in, hopefully get a permit by the time you close, if not a little bit after. Or if you do decide to roll the dice and start working, at least you've had a permit in process for X number of months and they see that you're doing the right thing, and maybe they'll cut you a little slack. Possibly yes, possibly no. But just know, early is the key. Another question, how do I attract quality labor? How do I get good contractors to work for me? I mean, this is really the hardest part of the fix and flip business. It's not the money, it's not even necessarily the deals, it's the contractors. I'm blessed to have an unbelievable team that is pretty much with me, ride or die from day one. Now, how do you do it? A couple things. A, network, talk to people. What I have done in the past and what I've done in the body shop business as well in the construction is, you go into certain areas and you go basically to the churches and you speak to the pastor of the church or the head of the church or these different religious organizations. You say, hey, listen, I am looking to hire contractors and people to do from different trades to do work on my houses. This is what I do, this is who I am, here's my business card. Do you have anybody that you would recommend to do that kind of work? And listen, nothing's foolproof, but I've found in the past that typically people that regularly go to church and have a great relationship with the pastor are more likely to do the right thing, be honest, show up, and things of that nature. We're actually gonna do a full-on vlog episode of things that you can do as an investor to attract better contractors. But in general, ironically, in my opinion, people are treated so poorly, skilled labor is treated so poorly by general contractors and by their employers that if you do the right thing by your people, they will be there forever. Most common question asked, lead generation. I need more deals, more leads. Listen, this is very simple. People think it's hard to get deals. It is, but it's not. I ask you to ask yourself, what are you doing consistently every single day to get leads? You gotta be doing things like mailers, networking, driving for dollars, right? Going to meet realtors every weekend, going to meet wholesalers, you know, seeing who the players are in the market, reaching out to them and say, hey, listen, what are you doing? Having a social media presence across all platforms, both paid and not paid. Are you doing PPC? Are you doing SEO? What are you doing? That's just a handful of things that you have to be doing. My team is normally doing 20, 30, 40 different things consistently well all the time to get deal flow. and it's still hard. So if you're out there saying that you're not getting deals, I'm telling you, you're probably not doing what it takes. Take a good hard look at yourself and ask yourself, are you doing everything that I mentioned and more? This question was brought to us by Joe Lewin. Joe, I apologize if I butchered your last name, but that's what I think it is. He's saying, I'm trying to buy rental properties with conventional loans. People are coming in with cash and I'm getting blown out of the water. In this market, it's very, very difficult. There's two things that you can do, Joe. A, you could go and look for the off-market deals and build relationships with people where sometimes you can get seller financing or you can get any kind of mortgage you want, but you don't have the competition there. That's really, really, really what you want to do. In a case of an on-market deal, you just have to factor in possibly going like private money or hard money so that you could say you have the cash. Because most of these guys don't really have the cash. Some of them do, but most of them don't. Most of them are going to some kind of hard money or institutional private lender. So you might have to factor into your underwriting that you're gonna first go and buy that property for cash and then refinance out with a traditional lender with much better terms later. That's why I prefer to buy totally rundown mess properties that I can renovate and do that value add type of scenario. So I'm gonna gut renovate them, they're in a mess, I'm gonna tenant them, I'm gonna refinance out. That's better a lot of times than just going on the open market and trying to find deals. And last question from my man, Matt Sizik, is can I go out and buy a rental property that generates an 8 to 10% return on investment that's listed on the MLS? And as a matter of fact, Matt, your wish is my command, you can, and we're actually putting out a blog episode this Monday that is gonna in detail show a real property that I found on the MLS. I went through the entire equation of Section 8 rents, breaking everything down to show that we in fact did reach that goal of between an 8 to 10% ROI. So check it out. So if you have any kind of questions at all about real estate, whether it's fix and flip, commercial development, rentals, hit me up. You gotta check out the text platform. Just text me at this number. It's me, it's not a bot. I get back to everybody. I try to get back to everybody every single day. Let's collaborate because together we can do more than by ourselves. We'll see you next time.